Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bengals Stadium for CTN's coverage of the Section 7-5A Football Championship. Tonight, the number 1 seeded Blaine Bengals host the number 2 seed Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joey Young and Howie Shapiro high above tonight's action. And Howie, this is the rematch everybody has been hoping for, and it's come at exactly the time everybody wanted it. One game to decide who will go to the state tournament.
Well, Joe, the anticipation for this game has been maybe waiting all year long for this section final, and I couldn't think of two better teams to be in it. Two teams that are gonna be good on offense and really good on defense. So this is a game that I think is going to come down to the last play. You never know.
Well, Coon Rapids has not lost since they lost here at Bengals Stadium on week number 3. At that time, they fell to 1-2. They won their way out, became the second seed. They blew past St. Francis and Cambridge Isani in those two quarterfinal and semifinal games. Blaine had the bye. They had a tough time with Andover, a defensive struggle that went down to the final 13 seconds when James Peterson ran in from 6 yards out.
Yeah, Andover gave them everything that they had hoped for, but they're going to see a little different facet than they did in the Andover team with Coon Rapids Cardinals. They are explosive offense. They have so many weapons all over the field, Joe, and I know we're going to talk about many of them tonight.
Well, and you have to look at the quarterbacks for these two teams. Blair Townsend for the Cardinals and Peterson for the Bengals have been talked about all season long as premier quarterbacks, dual threat quarterbacks, both out of the Northwest Suburban. We're going to see them both on display tonight. Blair Townsend we'll look at first.
Well, look at the numbers on Blair Townsend. The 71% passing ratio, 79 since they lost that game at Blaine. Over 2,000 yards, 29 touchdowns. What you don't see on that is the fact that he also has 8 on the ground, and he's the leading rusher with over 600 yards for Coon Rapids.
Well, and similarly for the Blaine Bengals, the man who does the passing is also the man who leads the way in their rushing game.
Yeah, James Peterson is an incredible quarterback. There's no doubt. You look at the numbers there, 16 through the air. A fair amount of interceptions, only 5 for Townsend, 11, but where you look at it is on the ground. He has scored 12 rushing touchdowns this year, and that is one young man that the Cardinal defense is going to have their night cut out for because they have to make sure he is accounted for all the time.
And if I have to pick, I'll take Blair Townsend's 13 extra touchdowns passing over the 4 extra rushing touchdowns for Mr. Peterson. But defenses are going to be a big story tonight. The Cardinals did pretty well holding Peterson and the Bengals in game number 1. But Blaine has been very good on defense in those last 2 games. Remember, 2 interceptions thrown by Townsend against Blaine. And so let's go down to the sidelines. And Zach Nienaber with somewhere that the Bengal defense may be hurting a little bit.
That's right, guys. Quickly before the Cardinals take the ball here, Bengals starting safety Kevin Buckman is out with an injury. He won't play tonight. We'll see how the Cardinals take advantage of that. Up to you guys.
Taking it from the 5 out to the 22. The return by Snook. Take a look at the Cardinals on offense. Of course, Blair Townsend leading the way under center, calling the shots. Jeremy Oakley, the running back. Jared Zimmel, the tight end. The receivers are Michael Jacob, Evan Lau, and Colin Eichenauer. John Lehman, Derek Carlson, Tyler Williams, Remy Sturm, and Nick Samuelson, the big men up front. And we have talked about them all season long, Howie, how well they do not only rush blocking, but blocking downfield in the Cardinal passing game. Out of the shotgun, handoff goes to Oakley up the middle. He runs behind those big guys across the 25 to the 26, a gain of 3. Let's take a look at the defense the Cardinals are running at. Dijon Starr, Joe Steerley, Jordan Kosminskis are the linemen. Toby Saporu, V. Mueller, and Ackerman, the linebackers. Quarterbacks are Leslie and Washington. Kevin Buckman and Steven Schumacher are the safeties.
Now we're talking about Buckman not being in the lineup, being hurt today.
4-yard rush sets up 2nd and 6. Shifting is Zimmel. Townsend on the carry. Gets out to the 30-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
Well, Joe, you talked about this defense for Blaine. They're very aggressive, just like the Cardinals are. And the Cardinals are not. You talk about the teams that the Cardinals have played and the Bengals have played in the last number of weeks. Neither team has played teams with overall with a winning record. And so the level of competition for these two teams is going to be I think the biggest test that they've seen all year long. Certainly the biggest test that Blaine's seen since Champlin Park.
2 receivers high on the right for Townsend. Oakley in the backfield with him. Running left, quarterback option, the little shovel pass to Zimmel, and he's going to be very close to a first down.
I think he has it. And I think he just got it. They may call for a measurement this time, but I think he, depending on where they place the ball, I think he
by where he's got it.
Yep, he's got it. We'll see again then there's a lot of defense bottled up there. Some good blocking initially up front, but then you're going to see a number of blue jerseys bring Loud down.
It's Jared Zimmel.
Is that Zimmel?
On the reception. Cardinals complete their first 3rd down. And now on 1st and 10 from the 34. Go underneath to Zimmel, or to Oakley.
Jordan Kosminskis on the tackle for the Bengals. And, you look at they're very athletic, very aggressive up front. You're going to see some blitzing here by the Bengals this evening, no doubt. So the Cardinals are going to probably have to put a few new wrinkles into their playbook for this game.
2nd and 6. Trips on the right for Townsend. Handoff goes to Oakley again, right up the gut, and he's not going to get much this time. A yard maybe.
Yeah, they're having a difficult time running through the middle of the Blaine defense. Blaine doing a good job of just staying in their lanes and staying at home. And of course, it all happens at the point of attack. Which line wants it a little bit more? Another 3rd and 5. I think the last one was 3rd and 6, I believe.
3rd and 4.
3rd and 4, okay. What they want to do is they want to try to get somebody in space here.
Lau and Jacob lined up wide to the right. Harper, the tight end, on the left. Twin tight ends on the right. Fake the give to Oakley. Townsend in trouble. Throws complete. Zimmel, first down. Tripped up as he hits midfield.
Oh, nice play. Good job by Blair Townsend. He's a little slow to get up. Took a hit after that. Great job by Gerald Zimmel to find some open space. And watch Blair here under a lot of pressure. Took a hit right there, but was able to get the ball off to Zimmel. Zimmel did a good job of turning upfield, and there's the nice tackle. That was Mike Leslie for the Bengals.
4 receivers in the game now for Townsend. Screen goes to Lau, spins away from the initial contact and wrapped up as he crosses the 45, a gain of about 6.
Steven Schumacher on the tackle for the Bengals did a nice job of not letting Evan Lau get around him. There you see Lau's numbers on the season: 45 catches, 721 yardage-wise, and 7 scores. Oh, nice play, nice gain on the play, Joe. With 6-yard gain on this play, you have an opportunity at 2nd and 4 do a number of different things. There's the Blaine sideline.
Townsend again, 3 up top, 1 to the bottom, gives to Oakley up the middle, follows his blockers, and he's going to be about a yard shy of a first down, but it'll bring up 3rd and short.
That was a nice job by the big boys up front to kind of push him through a little bit. Push that defensive line back. As you mentioned, able to pick up about a couple of yards on the play, 3 yards on the play. Head coach John Young. This is I talked to him earlier. They are ready for this ball game. They are very, very excited. They know the special team that they have.
Third and short. Townsend stays in the shotgun. Going to try and follow his blockers, and I don't think he made it.
Oh, he's going to be awful close. I think he's going to be just a bit short. Great job by the defense. Blair tried to get some forward momentum, but a good job by the wall of blue jerseys to bring him back. And it's going to be 4th and extremely short, maybe a half a yard. Well, I think you have to go for it on this situation, Joe.
Well, it certainly looks
well, you have to figure
as they will on 4th and short. Joe Novak and Tom Egan come in, and they are in front.
Look at the beast.
Jeremy Oakley. A lot of guys in the box. Townsend on the sneak.
He has it.
But it is across the 40-yard line, and it is a first down.
And Blair took a nice shot in the back on that particular play. You know, they're going to be marking him all evening long. Shannon Garrity, head coach, been very helpful to us, and I just want to thank Shannon. He took good care of us, sending us
well. And
lineups.
this is a big game for Garrity and his program, especially after last year, a little bit of a down year, but they sparked with an upset over the Cardinals. Townsend able to slip away from the first tackle, able to pick up about 2.
Well, he was hit initially by Toby Sapporo and able to run through that tackle, but a number of men in blue were able to get to the ball carrier quick, get to the receiver quick. Toby Sapporo, very good athlete, one of the leaders on this Bengals squad.
Well, not only have the Bengals been able to turn it around, as I was saying before that, but this program has not been to state since Nelson left and went to Minnetonka. Play action, Townsend rolling out, looking long, back to the left. Lau there, catch, slips. He's down at the 5, and a flag. That should put it half the distance.
There's going to be a face mask called on the Bengals, so that should put it up close to the goal line. And the Cardinals are knocking on the door. Nice pass completion. Lau had to wait a little bit for it, but his
well, I think he wanted to go to Michael Jacob.
Well, Townsend's plant foot slipped a little bit when he threw, so it was underthrown just a bit. We're going to see it here. It's just going to slip quite just a little bit, and that ball's going to be a little bit short. But a great job by Lau to come back for it. And there's the face mask. So they put that power package in, Joe, like we've seen all season long.
After the penalty, it'll be 1st and goal from the 3. Handoff goes to Oakley, right side, dives. He's going to be stopped at the 6-inch line.
Yeah, just barely. Well, you know, I'm not sure if I think he was able to reach out, but he just was on the ground just before the goal line. Good job moving his legs there. I don't know. I didn't see his, we'll see if maybe take one. Well, I don't know if they'll take a look at this point, but I wasn't sure if part of his body was down before he was able to stretch the ball over.
Handoff goes to Novak. And he's going to come up just shy.
Boy, Blaine looking to make a goal line stand here. 3:37 remaining in the opening quarter. The Cardinals have controlled the ball since the opening kickoff. Let's take a look at that first look, see if we can see Oakley's on the ground at all. Yeah, there's his knee right on the ground.
Right,
good call.
So 3rd and goal from the 1. Townsend pitches, Oakley running, touchdown.
Nice job. They got the defense in and used his speed to get wide. And Oakley taking the pitch gets the first score of the game. And that Cardinals, big score for Coon Rapids. They're on the road in front of a big house. And they get this, the fake give to Novak, and then the pitch outside. Oakley easily scoring, getting into the end zone. Cardinals are open the scoring, looking to make it 7-0 with his extra point kick.
Well, and it was a nice, long, sustained drive.
Yep.
And really, they didn't go downfield as typical of this Cardinal offense, except for the one play to allow. The kick for Robb is up and good, and the Cardinals lead 7-0 with 3:14 to play in the first.
Well, you know, and I think too, Joe, you're facing a defense that you really haven't seen the likes of in a number of weeks. So you're not going to get as many explosive plays as you would, say, against Cambridge or St. Francis, for example.
Well, certainly not.
So, but the fact that they controlled the ball for the majority of the field and scored, that's a great way to open this ball game. Another look at that touchdown. Jeremy Oakley running to the corner, easily able to get in for the score. The snap's going to be high, but Townsend with a great job of pulling that ball in, getting the laces turned, and the kick is up and good, and the Cardinals are on the board, leading 7-0. Joe Yund. Because there's no lack of enthusiasm in this booth here tonight.
Well, I love that we seem to have started a little something, because I've been doing the Keeney all day long. And apparently we caught some fans doing it.
16
Cardinal fans.
16 plays, 77 yards, took 8:46 off the clock. The 1 yard score for Oakley. Off the
kick
pitch.
Angled. Russin will take it from the 14. Good room up the sideline. Cardinals diving as if the ball came out, but it did not. He's out to about the 27.
Good job by the special teams after a shorter kickoff to make sure field position wasn't going to be exceedingly good for the Bengals' first drive of the game.
They start from their own 28. Peterson rolling right, throws complete to Russin, wrapped up immediately by Novak, but out across the 35, a gain of 7.
Russin's a good ball player, and they have to be, there's a number one of the weapons for the Bengals, and they have to be certainly concerned about where he is on the field this evening.
On 2nd and 3, they throw left in the flat, complete, and a first down out to the 45. For Mike Ty. Here's a look at the Bengals on offense. Peterson with Devin King as the running back. The receivers Jensen, Ty, Klein, and Arford. Shermer's Book, Chapman, Foster, and Arias are up front. 1st and 10 from the 45. The run off the left side is gain of about 2. Look at the Cardinals on defense. Tom Egan, Dylan Garski, Joe Castle up front. Smith Powell, Bertle, Novak, and Adams are the linebackers. Oakley and Ole Miss. And Pakula and Snook. 2nd and 8 from the 47. Throw right side complete to Russin. Breaks away on a nice spin move to avoid Connor Olness, and he's had another first down to the Cardinal 32.
Well, that time Olness overran the play a little bit, allowing Russin to get away from him. And right now, Joe, offensively, the Bengals getting big chunks of yardage. Good protection for Peterson. Then there's the quick throw. Watch Connor Olness kind of overrun it and slide to the tackle. And Russin does a great job of picking up yards after the catch.
First and 10 from the Cardinal 32. Peterson rolling left, pitches. Devin King with room, trying to get around Pakula, and he's double teamed with Oakley coming over the top. Stop at about the 26, gain of 6.
Oh, nice run. Novak was pursuing him, and he did a little juke to the outside and got away from him. And there was Pakula able to bring him down, but not before a nice gain from Devin King.
Gain of 7 on the play, brings up 2nd and 3 for the Bengals.
2nd and 3, Peterson on the keeper up the middle. Not a lot of room there, but he's going to be very close to a first down. Good job by the Bengal front line.
Oh, Peterson is so strong, and he's able to carry a couple of tacklers with him. I think he, if he didn't pick it up, he's just going to be very. Yes, he did. Now he needed 3 and picked up 4. That's going to be another first down for the Bengals. And Joe, right now, Bengals is doing pretty much what they want against this defense.
They are marching. Peterson rolls, counterplay to Devin King, trying to get around the corner. He's not going to be able to do it. He'll be dropped in the backfield for a loss of about 4.
I'll tell you, that was a great defensive play by Eric Berdahl. He was not going to get fooled by Devin King, and Berdahl able to make sure King did not get around the corner because he is very elusive. We're going to see there's the give to King. Watch number 75. Trying to outrun Eric Berdahl, but Eric wouldn't let him have it. Grabbed the jersey, brought him down for a loss.
Peterson has time, throwing for the corner, has Russin, touchdown.
Boy, that was a great play. Cardinal defense just not keeping up, realizing where number 5 was on the field, and he's able to come across from the other side, float behind the defense, and a great pass from Peterson as he connects, and this game is quickly, with an extra point kick away, tied up. I'll tell you, Blaine made that drive much easier than the Cardinals did on their first drive.
Well, they marched down there quickly. As you mentioned earlier, picking up big chunks of yards.
Now, a nice pass play from Peterson to Russin for the first score of the evening for the Bengals. And this is a heavyweight fight. One punch and then a counter punch. And here comes the knockout on this particular drive. It was just a great pass. Number 5, Russin gets behind the defense, and it's a pretty easy score. You don't see a white jersey around him for a while. Very efficient, pretty much carved up that defense. Big reaction from James Peterson.
Well, he had a 3 for 3 for better than 50 yards and a touchdown.
This is as you would think, a lot of people here this evening for this big matchup. You see Ryan Snook back for the kickoff return.
Took him a little less than 2 minutes as they just
what it should do is
never saw a third down.
Yep.
It was a very nice opening drive for the Blaine Bengals. Kick's going to bounce at the 10, bobbled, but now secured by Snook. Running up the middle, got past the first bunch, got past some more, out near midfield. He's tripped up just shy of the 50.
Oh, that was huge. What a great return.
Schumacher may have saved a touchdown because he had more white jerseys in front of him.
Yep. There you see the Bengals scoring drive. 8 plays, 72 yards. We'll watch the kickoff first. Great job by Ryan Snook following his blockers, gets past that first wave of blue jerseys and then takes off. And there you see number 7 coming into your picture, making the tackle. Schumacher, as you mentioned, with what could have been a saving tackle for a touchdown. That would have been huge.
Quite possibly the final play of the first quarter. Townsend with 4 receivers, 2 on either side. Antonio Ford, the man in the backfield with him. Looking for Jacob, he's back, cutting back. No way they're going to catch him. Touchdown. Talk about a quick answer.
You talk about a quick answer is right. That time, there, Schuler Benke, number 32 for the Bengals, slipped, and Jacob's able to get past him, and that's what you call a quick strike offense. We talked about at the beginning of the game. This is definitely a quick strike offense, and they struck quickly there.
Well, it looked like the Bengals would tie it up before we went to the end of the first quarter. I guess not.
Wow.
Final play, the Cardinals chew up 52 quick ones. And with that kick, an extra point for Josh Robb. It's a 14-7 Cardinals lead. We've played 1. There's 3 more to go. It's Halloween night. We're playing football. Winner goes to state. You're watching the Section 7 5A Championship on CTN.
I am stuffed.
After that meal, I have got to pass gas.
Powder room's right there.
No! Daddy's gas can kill us all!
That's right. Toxic clouds like the one I'm about to unleash could make everyone deathly ill, even that baby of yours. Be right back.
Secondhand smoke contains hydrogen cyanide and other deadly gases.
What a guy.
He is a keeper.
Don't pass gas. Take it outside.
Welcome back to high school football. The Cardinals have just taken a 14-7 lead on a big pass play, and that's a play that John Young drew up in the huddle as the offense came off the field last time. He had his grease board out, diagrammed it up, first play, touchdown. He's making it up on the fly, guys. Back to you.
Talk about a play that worked on the fly. He did definitely do that, and the Cardinals answer right back.
This kick taken by Russin. He dropped it, picks it back up just inside the 10. He's out to the 25, wrapped up and dropped by Eric Pikula.
Oh, just one play. That's all it took. 52 yards. Took 7 seconds off the clock. A 52-yard pitch and catch from Blair Townsend to Michael Jacob. Not too shabby.
1st and 10 from the 26.
Yeah, this is going to be a battle back and forth tonight, Joe, because both these quarterbacks are on.
Yeah, well, you got two good defenses,
Absolutely.
too. Wow, a lot of receivers spread wide out for the Bengals. They're spreading them all the way across the field. Option play. Peterson cuts back, breaks a couple of tackles, spins his way out for a first down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, good blocking at the point of attack, but that's what you get when you get James Peterson running. He's big. He's a big kid. He's very athletic. He's 6'3", 202 pounds, and he's coming at you, and he's not going to go down unless you get a good hit on him. A couple of missed tackles there. That looked like it was like touch football for a second there. Good job finally bringing him down, but not before he picks up a big chunk of yardage.
1st and 10 from the 40. Peterson on the option again, but Cardinals stop him after a minimal gain, maybe a yard.
Oh, nice hit on the defense. That was Connor Olness. He took a hit. He's coming off the field. I think he just took a big hit at the end of that play, but he's right there, popping back up. He won't come out. This is a huge game.
Ty is the man in motion. Play action to King. Pass batted away.
That was Jabbar Smith-Powell.
Wow.
He's made big play after big play after big play all season long, number 42, and he gets another one right there. It's going to put him in a 3rd and long situation. Good pressure on Peterson up here. That's the fake to King, and there you see he gets the big mid out, gets a hand on the pass, and now it's 3rd and long.
And that's the first incomplete pass thrown by either quarterback. Everybody in Bengal blue was checking their wristband to figure out which play they were running. 2 men in the backfield with Peterson on 3rd and 9. Has time in the pocket, looks left, pumps once, now moves, now throws. Incomplete. Nope. It bounced in front of Devin King.
Oh, and the
referee was right there.
Yeah, and they don't. The fans don't like it. The coaching staff doesn't like it. But, you know, when would you like a play that's closer than it's included? We'll take another look at it. Good pressure.
Well, the referee was right there.
Yeah, Peterson did a good job of stepping up.
Screen.
We can't see it from there. It's tough to see, nonetheless. Well, let's see it. This will be a better look at it. I don't know. That might be a catch.
That's very close either way. And the first punt of the game. Peterson gets away a good one. Of course, no Cardinals back to recover as they were making sure the Bengals would indeed punt it. And it's down to the Cardinals looking at a long field.
Well, the Cardinals strike quickly, and then their defense comes back and stops the Bengals, and that's a big win.
Let's go down to Zach on the sideline. Zach.
Guys, that's a big weapon for Blaine because the Cardinals have one of the top punt returns in the state. They've really had it figured out over the past few weeks, and if you can't put a guy deep, you have to respect him going for it. It'll neutralize that punt return.
Well, I think with this offense, they'll take the field position a little further back.
Well, that's something that Cardinals really haven't seen a lot of, especially in the last few weeks, is long fields. This one starts from their own 14. Townsend The Statue of Liberty play to Antonio Ford up the middle. Now that's the true Statue of Liberty. I called something that looked like a Statue of Liberty, I think against St. Francis, where he faked it after he gave the...
Yeah, and that was actually the play that you called was called the Eiffel Tower. This one is the Statue of Liberty.
Gain of 3 brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, you really get a change of pace with Antonio Ford back there. He's very quick, very elusive. Just a freshman, as we talked about. He's contributed mightily to this squad so far this year.
Lau goes in motion, fake the give to him. Keeper for Townsend, wrapped up quickly. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at 3rd and about 6.
You know, I would assume that the coaching staff here in Blaine sees a lot of Coon Rapids Cardinal film. And that's a play that I know Coon Rapids likes. But right now, they're doing a good job of really stuffing that middle. We'll see as the game unfolds if they're going to have to change that strategy a little bit and do something a little different. As Zach mentioned, Coach Young drawing up a play on the fly last time they had the ball.
Well, the Cardinals 3 for 4 on 3rd downs. It all came on the scoring drive, not the one-play scoring drive, but the opening drive of the ball game. Townsend scrambles, looks, has Lau behind the defense, complete to midfield. Into Bengal territory and dropped inside the 40.
Alvin Washington with a nice tackle. He's got some good speed.
Yeah, but he was beat.
Yeah, he was beat, but fortunately he's got good closing speed because had he not, that would have gone for a score. Nice play. Good job by Blair, just realizing he was going to get a little bit of pressure, but good time up. He's able to step into the pocket, and a nice flip and a strong pass up and over the defense. And there you see Washington coming into the picture, grabbing a hold of the jersey of Evan Lau and throwing him to the ground, but not before the Cardinals gain a big one offensively.
Blair's last 3 completions, 32, 52, and 43 yards.
Not bad.
Now on 1st and 10 from the Bengal 39. Looks left, now right, now steps up, throws. And that was batted and incomplete.
Toby Sapuro made a nice play, and I think Blair could have run for a fair amount of yards there, but saw Zimmel and wanted to get the ball out to him behind the defense. But that time, number 3 was such a great athlete. You're going to see him right here in your picture, and you're going to watch for number 12, Zimmel, but Sapuro comes across the middle and gets a hand on it.
Yeah, and he wasn't within 5 yards of it.
That's closing speed, my boy.
He's good, and he's got long arms.
Was that a 14-0 over Champlain Park in the section final out there? That's a good Wayzata team.
2nd and 10. The draw play to Lau, trying to find his way to his, or Oakley rather,
yep.
Trying to find his blockers, but gain of maybe a yard.
Well, you know,
and
again,
another 3rd and long situation.
The quickness of the linebacker would stop that play. He was able to step up, got a little bit of a hole, but quickly that closed. And now we're 3rd and long. Tough situation for the Cardinals in this situation because they're in a point in the field where I don't think if it was 4 down they would go for it. Of course, depends on how much they gain here on 3rd down.
Yeah. Shifting is Zimmel on the left side. Quarterback option. Townsend dropped the ball. Blaine got it.
Now that's a big turnover. That time Blair tried to do a little bit too much. Tried to flip the ball out. Was hit from behind, and that one popped out. We'll see it again. Pressure right there. And then he's going to puts the ball on the ground, tries to flip it out. Probably should have just tucked it in and fell on it. You know, he's such a good athlete. He wants to be able to try and get something done. We've seen him in situations like that do that, but this is a tough defense. And now you give Blaine a little momentum with the turnover when you were going down and marching on him.
The Bengals will start from their own 42. Peterson pumps, will screen to King. Nice blocking in front of him. He's got the sidelines for a lot of yards. Inside the 30, knocked out at the 20-yard line.
Tell you, that was a nice play.
38-yard gain.
And that was a nice block by Tony Book, number 52. He was able to take the inside away, and King able to get to the outside. Watch number 52 there. Take the block away. And there's a nice run by Devin King before he's knocked out of bounds. Not much running up there, Joe.
Nope, trying to run in the middle. Gain of 2 for Devin King.
Dylan Garski with the tackle for Coon Rapids.
2nd and 8, they spread him out again. Quick throw right side, incomplete, intended for Mike Ty.
Now pass a little bit low. Ty also tried to run as soon as the pass came out. They got a hand on it, but a little bit low, and he's not able to bring it in. Now puts him in a 3rd and long in what is definitely a 4-down territory.
Bengals 0 for 1 on 3rd down. Cardinals showing blitz. Peterson drops back, way back. Looks, throws, Russin bobbled it and could not haul it in.
What great protection for James Peterson. That offensive line, give them credit. They held back the blitzers from Coon Rapids, and they're going to go for a field goal here. And I think, again, with Peterson as the holder, nice throw. It's just a little bit high, but Russin not able to bring it in. And I think a field goal here, if they do actually attempt it, and if they make it, is a win for the defense.
Alex Westdorf to attempt this one from 35 yards. Peterson the hold. It is up, it's got the distance, and it is good.
Nice kick. That makes the score 14-10. And I know that Blaine would have liked to have come away with a touchdown here with the Cardinals now up by 4, but they have to get points on the board. And
they got the points off the turnover, even more importantly.
Yep, and if you have a decent field goal kicker, that's a big weapon in high school football.
So Blaine able to capitalize on the turnover. And the Cardinals offense will come back on the field still leading.
You know, Joe, turnovers will be a key for this game, and on both sides quite obviously, but I think the fact that they only got a field goal, that if they can just limit to the 1 turnover, that's going to be a win for Coon Rapids.
Especially after the big play on the first play of the drive. Got them 38 yards and into the red zone. But the defense stiffened up there.
And just think if Russin were able to hold on to that football, it would have been a totally different situation.
He had a couple different chances at it.
Yep.
But was not able to draw it in. Westorf to kick it away from the near hash. Ryan Snook, the deep man for the Cardinals, got a good return last time. He'll take this one from the 8. Good wedge in front of him. Bengals able to get behind that wedge and drop him after the 25 out to the 27.
Yeah, he was looking for that wedge. It was a little bit slow to develop, and therefore he really couldn't get his feet going and get much speed behind that return. But the Cardinals take that field position to start their next drive.
A little better than the 14 where they started their last drive. Five receivers in an empty backfield for Townsend on first down.
7 of 8 for 150 yards and a score.
Quick throw goes left. Zimmel is going to be very close to a first down.
And nice job by Michael Jacobs to hold off a blocker, allowing Zimmel to pick up some additional yards so he could stretch that to the chain or close to it.
King on the tackle.
Devin King making the tackle.
There's Michael Meyer. No, wait a minute. That's red. I thought it was Michael Meyer.
Ooh.
Or is Darren Colmer at the game? It's appealing. That's very appealing to that monkey, that banana. coming out to measure.
Washington had the last tackle.
No, they're just coming out to spot it.
Oh, they're not.
They're
Okay,
gonna
so
say
it's second down.
6 inches short. So second and half the ball.
On the scoreboard, it's 2nd and 1, but it's really 2nd and, as you say, half the ball. 2nd and inches. I like that.
It's definitely inches.
No doubt.
Possibly less than 3.
Little miscommunication rule on where they want receivers. Now the Cardinals are going to have to call timeout, and I think that is a little confusion. It's a good call, but Coach Young has talked about situations where they use a timeout in areas they really don't want to call them. Now, I think it's not quite as bad in the first half as it would be if you were in the second half. But nonetheless, they do not want to call a timeout in this situation. But John Young, realizing that the didn't have proper formation, did the wise thing and called the TO.
Well, Zach Nienaber is down on the sidelines listening in. Zach.
Guys, if you notice the stands tonight, the Bengals fans are in a whiteout and the Cardinal fans are in a blackout. Quite the contrast tonight for two rival schools. Back up to you.
I like it. See, now, if the Bengals were blue and the Cardinals were black, it could be a black and blue, which really what this game is going to be all about here tonight, because it's going to be physical, as we see.
So now on 2nd and inches, still an empty backfield for Townsend. Zimmel will line up in the slot on the right, 2 receivers on either side. And he will shift. Townsend throwing back to the left, complete to Lau. He's got the blockers first down out near the 45-yard line.
And you can see how quick that defense is, because Evan Lau, they was moving the other way, but they came back and was able to bring Lau down, but not before he picked up some decent yardage, obviously, and moved the chains. But they were quick to close, those guys in blue.
First and 10, just shy of the 45. Townsend under center with Oakley the deep back. And he'll get the ball off the left side, broke through across midfield and has a pickup of about 8.
Nice job. Some missed tackles that time by Blaine. Allowed Jeremy Oakley to continue forward and picking up a nice gain. And as you mentioned, now with 8-yard gain, you're going to see here 2nd and 2, a lot you can do offensively. You got to wrap up those tackles.
Townsend under center again. Not some place we've seen him a lot this year. Tight end on either side. Handoff goes to Oakley again. Left side. He's got a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
That was a great job by Sapporo to come through and bring him down at the ankles and hold him short of that first down. He is all over the field. Very, very active. 3 sacks on the season. And they'll bring him quite a bit. They love to use him on a blitz because he's so athletic.
3rd and a long yard. Cardinals are 4 of 6 on 3rd down. And this one's coming back. Unless the Bengals decline it, which they probably will, because Oakley did not get the first down.
Nope.
There was movement in the Cardinals' backfield.
Yeah, and again, you talk about penalties, and those are things that hurt you. I think they'll take the penalty. I think they'll march him back.
Instead of giving him 4th and 1, I would give him 4th and 1.
I might. No, they're going to decline it. Now we'll have to see what the Cardinals want to do if they want to go for it on 4th down. Declined. They're going to go for it, Joe Yend. This will be a huge stop for the defense if the Bengals can stop them here. Now we'll see if maybe they'll see if they can get him to jump off sides, and I'm sure that defensively that you have to make sure you do not move. You're telling your players not to move. Don't jump before the ball is snapped.
Oakley, the deep back behind Adams.
I think that's what they're doing, Joe.
Townsend changing the play. Handoff goes to Oakley,
he doesn't have
and he's
it.
short. And we've talked to John Young before. He considers that another turnover.
And well, it is a turn. You turn the ball over in possession, but definitely you don't complete what you need to do, and you give the Bengals the ball back, and pretty decent field position at that.
I'd say that your own 47 is
I'd say
pretty good field position.
I would
Peterson
think so.
out of the gun, 4 receivers. Devin King in the backfield with him. Quick throw left side, complete to Russ, and he bobbled it a little bit. Oakley drags him down as he gets to the Cardinal 46. Gain of 7.
Now the Bengals will be very patient here. They're not in a hurry. They know they've got plenty of time on the clock. They can come down and get a score and take the lead before the break. That would be huge because they're going to get the ball in the second half.
Bengals changing things up. Peterson drops back, looks, pumps. Now looking long on the right side for Russin. That pass is complete to the Cardinal 5-yard line.
That time he beat Connor Allness. They've been working on that on him all evening long. And Allness is going to come off to the field.
41-yard gain. Sets up 1st and goal. Peterson stays in the gun. Running left. Following his blockers, touchdown.
Yeah, that was
Blaine
pretty.
Has the lead.
That was almost too easy, but it gives plenty of time on the clock for the Cardinals. But just a great job by Peterson on the long pass to Russin, and then it's an easy touchdown run for James Peterson as he is going to put the Bengals in the lead. There again, great blocking. Look at the hole he has to run through. Untouched into the end zone.
Out to attempt the extra point is Brendan Horning. His kick is up and good.
That's going to make the score 17-14 in favor of the Bengals. And that, again, you talk about the turnover, you get the 3 points, and then going for it on 4th and a couple and not making it, and those turn into points. So as you talked about, as Coach Young said, that's a turnover. Well, now both turnovers were converted into points. There's the fake by Peterson, and what protection up front. That offensive line for the Bengals playing so well. And Russin's able to bring it in. And then the easy score by Peterson. You see another angle of it. Connor Allness, I think, pulled up. I don't know if he pulled a groin.
Blaine's first lead of this ball game comes with 3:35 to play first half. And as you mentioned, Howie, they are getting the ball back to start the second half.
3 plays, 53 yards, just 59 seconds off the clock, topped off by a 5-yard run by quarterback James Peterson.
Brian Snook standing at his own 3-yard line to return the kick from Westdorf. The white sideline is cheering and bouncing. Black sideline for the time being is silenced. From the 7, Snook waiting for his wall to develop. And Blaine doing a nice job of stopping him up just across the 20 at the 22.
Yeah, great special team play by the Bengals. Cardinals have a long way to go to get some points on the board here. Plenty of time, 3:29 remaining before the break. But 80 yards of real estate in front of them. 79.
Come on.
I thought he put it at 20. Don't want to shortchange them out of a yard.
Townsend with 3:29 on the clock. His team now trailing by 3.
Passing yards, 166 for the Cardinals,
Fakes
149.
the give to Oakley. Townsend on the run, and he's going to be close. Should have a first down.
Yeah, I think he does. Yep, 10-yard gain. Nice run by Blair Townsend. Picked up 11. There we have another score. Mounds View 7, Roseville nothing in the second quarter.
First and 10 from the 31. Flag, and this is going to be a free play. Or is it coming back?
I don't know if there was movement or if there was a defensive movement, but I think it's coming back. Yeah, it's against the Cardinals.
False start.
Is that the third penalty, Joe?
Well, one was declined.
One was declined, that's correct. So of the 11.
Not the time for your offense to be sputtering, however.
No, definitely not. Makes a tough situation now against this tough defense. And they're bringing the pressure.
Townsend tucks it. Pressured. Back to the 30, a gain of about 4.
Make it 2nd and 15.
11.
That was 2nd and 19.
No, if it was first and 15.
2nd and 12.
Okay. Well, they're calling it the. Townsend steps back, steps up. Now he's going to run. He's got room. Nice block by Lau to get him that first down.
Yep, and you know he takes it upon himself to pick up the first down on the run. And spot the ball at the 43. Nice again. You mentioned nice blocking. Good job pushing pressure away from him. Then he's going to step up into the pocket and decide to take off. Nice block, as you mentioned, by Lau, and allowing Blair to fall forward for the first down.
Now from their own 43-yard line. Townsend drops back, steps up again, now throws right side, incomplete, intended for Oakley.
Yeah, it was really tough to get that pass away. Again, so much pressure. The Bengals are really bringing it. And he's able to step up into the pocket, but then he's pressured again and not able to set his feet to get that pass out to Oakley. Incompletion will stop the clock, 1:22 remaining in the half.
Second and 10. Jacob will move to the right side. Townsend looking left, now looking long. Overthrows, looking for Lau downfield.
Again, great pressure. It's tougher, you got to step up into the pocket and make your throw. Lau pretty well covered down the sideline.
And now another 3rd and long situation for Coon Rapids. They have failed to convert on their last 3 third downs. Townsend looks left. Throws incomplete over the head of Eitenauer on the sideline.
Well, he had Eitenauer open over there. I'm not sure if he just didn't able to bring it down, or if it was just a little too high. I'll see it again. Good protection. Yeah, he should have had that catch. That hit him right in the hands.
First punt of the game for Coon Rapids. Mike Ty standing just inside his own 20-yard line. Spiral kick. Ty will take it from the 21. Looks to his right, looks to his left, nowhere to go, and he's swarmed by white jerseys as he gets to the 25.
Great coverage for the special team. Nice punt high, able to get the defenders downfield, able to cover that punt. And you got a minute left. We'll see if the Bengals try and go for something long and put another score on the board before the break.
Well, they've been able to convert on some big plays so far. 1:01 to play first half. Peterson, he wants to run. Still on his feet, almost to the 30, a gain of about 5.
Again, we talked about he's 6'3", over 200 pounds. He is tough to bring down. You can see it there. Cardinals trying to corral him and bring him to the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 5 for the Bengals.
The clock continues to run.
Yeah, Blaine in.
They're not in a hurry.
No.
They'll go into break knowing they'll get the ball back with the 3-point lead.
Unless they try one big play right here, and then they might take a timeout if they make it. Peterson rolling right. Running all the way, and it's going to be very close to a first down. But that should be pretty much the end of the first half.
Yeah.
Peterson on the keeper. Castle on the tackle.
See where they mark it. 10 seconds remain in the half. Bengals should, if they get the first down, obviously they won't stop it until the.
Well, we're going to have not a lot going on this game, which is a lot.
Yes.
And state cross country, which takes place tomorrow.
So are you saying we're going to have a quick show on on Monday night?
I guess this is going to be the 3rd and inches again.
Well, shouldn't the they got to get the ball set, but the clock should start. It's not a first down. There it goes. They won't run a play. They're just going to let it walk. They'll let the time run out.
Yep. And they will go to the locker room with a 3-point lead. And getting the ball back at the end of, or to start the second half.
A happy Blaine home crowd, Joe Yund, as their squad leads by 3 at the break. It's been back and forth. It's been a good ball game. But a couple of plays, the turnover led to a field goal, and then the fact that they didn't make it on 4th down also led to a touchdown. So those are the 10 points off of what Coach Young would call turnover when you give the ball over on possession.
The Blaine Band is doing the halftime in costume, I believe.
I believe you're.
Is that the dance team?
I think that might be the dance team. I'm not sure that's the band. I see no instruments.
I guess it would be hard to play without instruments.
Yeah, well, unless you have kazoos, and everybody has a kazoo. You could do that.
Not often do you see the high school kazoo band. Well, down on the sideline with head coach Shannon Garrity is our own Zach Nienaber to get his take on the game. Zach.
Coach, 17-14, your team had a nice defensive stop on 4th down and a turnover. Your thoughts on their play?
We're playing good, and both teams are playing good. It's exactly what I thought this game would be like. A great football game. Boy, I'd love to be a fan of this one.
All right, best of luck in the second half. Thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back up to you, Howie and Joe.
Well, thank you. We're definitely happy to be fans and not be in the hot seat on either of those sidelines. A beautiful night in the Minneapolis suburbs. We've reached the half. Blaine 17, Coon Rapids 14. You're watching the Section 7 5A Championship on CTN.
When someone abducts a child, they're not about to advertise it. But we will. Sign up at wirelessamber-alerts.org to get free Amber Alert text messages on your cell phone. Help put a child abductor out of business for good. Wireless Amber Alerts. A child is calling for help.
What's that? I don't know. Something I kind of made. Ooh, what's it do?
What do I do? Well, thanks for asking. I ring my bell and I like to dance. What do I do? Well, thanks for asking.
Ow! Yeah, it still needs a little work.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your own inventions or just play some games at inventnow.org.
The second season starts right now. Wow, do we have a show for you tonight?
Come out.
Busy afternoon Monday for firefighters trying to contain several grass fires along.
This is going to be a very good and very close game.
Welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Sprout.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Talk of the Town.
Such a big event definitely needs a third man. Back at Bengals Stadium, and it's a happy home crowd on Halloween. They have a 17-14 lead over the number 2 seeded Coon Rapids Cardinals in the section championship.
Are you speechless?
It looked good for Coon Rapids early. Coon Rapids looked really good in the first quarter. Second quarter, not so much.
You know, they're doing some things that would hurt them earlier in the season, like a turnover, like the fact that, you know, John Young says a turnover, if you go for it on 4th down, you miss it. And where you gave them the ball back was good for field position. Some penalties also hurt them. So they need to make some adjustments in half because the Bengals are going to get the ball back when we come back. And they have to come up with a defensive stop because if they score, if Bengals come out and play and score in that first drive, that's plenty of time still, but that's going to be a tough one to overcome.
Well, and the Cardinal defense stopped Blaine's offense just one time. That was right at the beginning of the second quarter after the Cardinals had taken a 14-7 lead. Then the Cardinals turned it over. Blaine scored. Then the Cardinals went for it on 4th down, didn't make it, and the Bengals scored. Then the Cardinals punted, and Blaine held on to it for the end of the game.
Well, yeah, and then you look at the fact that Blaine's done a nice job of really doing what they want. They, you know, especially on a couple drives, they carved up the defense for a little bit, and I think Coon Rapids, outside that one big play, had a little tougher time moving the ball against the Bengals defense.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. The Cardinals got the ball first, and they moved it right on down the field. They were held to 3rd down a couple of times, but a couple of nice sustained drive. A big play right there to Lau. That set up the touchdown for Jeremy Oakley. Cardinals were on the board 7-0. The Bengals came firing right back, however. Peterson hooks up with Russin for a 25-yard score. And the game was tied with 15 seconds left, and then one play and a score for the Cardinals. And that was the end of the quarter, 14-7. Second quarter, Cardinals driving. And the fumble by Townsend. Recovered by the Bengals at their own 42-yard line. The Cardinal defense held them to a field goal. But a nice 35-yard field goal made it a 4-point lead. And after the Cardinals went and didn't make it on fourth down, another big play from Peterson to Russin. And that set up the Peterson touchdown with 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter that put Blaine in the lead for the first time.
Now, when you look at statistics for this, the Cardinals more yards offensively than the Bengals. 57 on the ground, 166 through the air, 188 total. But you see that turnover. You see the fact on fourth down has definitely hurt them. I think what the Cardinals need to do is to continue to pressure Peterson offensively, and I think Blair has to. Sometimes he's a great quarterback, but he wants to do a little too much, like on that turnover. I thought that's a play you pull the ball in and you take the loss and you punt it. So those are some of the things that I'm sure that we'll hear maybe from Coach John Young. Some of the things that they want to adjust at the halftime break.
Well, and after completing, I believe, his first 5 passes, Townsend has not been on the mark throwing the ball either. So I think the Blaine defense and the nerves of the big Halloween game for a chance to go to state maybe affecting him a little bit too. And hopefully the halftime has given the Cardinals a chance to refocus. Either way, a fantastic ball game. It's a 3-point lead for the Bengals. We'll be back with the second half after this.
What is a hero? Are heroes born, or are they made? In after-school programs, your kids will uncover hidden strengths, discover they have the power to change their future, and find the hero inside themselves. Let us know you on after-school programs in your area. Call 1-800-USA-LEARN. After-school programs, helping kids find the hero.
Welcome back to high school football. Blaine leads Coon Rapids 17-14. I'm here with Coach John Young. Coach, I got off to a good start with 14 points, and then slowed down a little bit.
Turnover, and we got stopped on fourth down. We get a couple first downs, then we don't execute on first and second down, and it's third and long, and then they bring some pressure. We can't handle it right now, so we had to fix some things, and we're not playing well, and that's credit to Blaine. They're playing pretty well defensively, and offensively they've hit some big plays and made us they punished us when we made a mistake, so they've capitalized.
All right, thank you for joining us. We'll send it up to Howie and Joe for the second half.
Thank you, Zach. And we will see what kind of changes the Cardinals were able to make. Blaine, I thought, for the first half, looked good. Both sides of the ball.
They really did. Offensively, they were doing what they wanted. I think defensively, the pressure really from Blaine was the key for Cardinals' offense stalling a little bit. Blair had to step up in the pocket quite a bit, but they brought the pressure from the second level, and they made him throw the ball a little bit before he wanted to. Some of the plays that the Cardinals were working on, all year long that were working for them they have not been working this evening. And I know they're going to make the adjustments, but I think the biggest adjustment offensively for the Cardinals is the offensive line just to hold defense back, giving Blair a little more time to spot receivers.
Well, and for the Cardinal defense, they have a chance to come out and come up with a stop here to start the second half. That would be big because, as we've talked about, the Bengals really running up and down the field. Held to a punt one time and a field goal, but moving the ball and coming up with big plays.
Big plays, and the thing is that you're right, though. Defensively for Coon Rapids, this is really an important series for them because they can take some of the momentum, carry that back. If they can stop the Bengals and limit them offensively, especially in a 3-and-out, Joe, I think that brings a little more confidence to the Coon Rapids team. Granted, it's 17-14. It's a 3-point game. It's still anybody's ball game at this point. But I think that Cardinals need to do something, tighten a little something up, and Coach Young said he made some adjustments at halftime, and as you said, we'll see how those adjustments work.
Well, fans have been treated, I think you said it best at the beginning. It's like a heavyweight fight. One team punches, the other counter punches.
You know, right.
However, Blaine has been able to get the last couple of shots in.
Yep. Right now I have the Bengals ahead a little bit in that heavyweight fight, but it's just halfway through. Cardinals getting ready to kick off the ball.
Another section action. Woodbury 7, Creighton-Durham Hall 21.
Creighton-Durham Hall up 21-7 over Woodbury.
They're an excellent ball club as well. Top 3 in the state.
And I believe the winner of this game plays the winner of Hopkins and Eden Prairie.
Yep. At McAllister in St. Paul.
The second half is underway with a kick by Reeves. Russin awaits it at the 7. Got a good block. Wow, one-handed tackle by Eric Pakula as he got to the 31. It was a nice tackle for Pakula. But good field position for the Bengals to start on offense.
There you see the average field position for both teams.
Peterson rolling to his left, throws complete to Russin, hit immediately and dropped for a short gain. Good jump on the play by Oakley.
Well, you know, I mentioned Connor Aldous earlier in the game. Looked like maybe he tweaked the groin a little bit, and now we have Blair Townsend in the game, in the defensive backfield. We have Snook and Oakley at corner, and now we have Townsend and Pakula at safeties.
2nd and 8. Ty runs way out to the right. Little screen play to King, back to the left. Nice blocking. He's got a first down to the 42-yard line.
The big bodies out front for the Blaine Bengals, pushing around the Cardinals at the point of attack and able to pick up that first down.
Handoff to King, spins, breaks a tackle, breaks another, knocked down at the midfield.
Too many missed tackles, Joe, on that play. Cardinals had a shot at King, not able to bring him down before he picked up 8. There again, there's the give. Nice spin move there, but a missed tackle there, and then another one by Pakula there.
And I think he tripped over by the referee.
Official. It's a Coon Rapids resident.
That may have saved a touchdown. King off the right side has the first down, across the 45 to the 44.
You know, and conversely, we talked about what the Cardinals need to do on defense. Offensively, the Bengals just picking up where they left off in that first half and moving the ball against the Cardinals here. Defensively, some changes.
Well, it's like that first drive we saw. They just pick up a nice chunk on first down, get a first down on second down. They did not see third down on their first scoring drive. Peterson, lots of time. Now Chase Dixon hanging on him. And he drops it at the feet of Devin King in the backfield.
And that's the strength of James Peterson, able to stay up and get rid of the football before he's going to be sacked. Jordan Dixon trying to bring him down, just can't muscle him into the turf. And that was a good play by Peterson, because that was a loss. You see Dixon with the jersey, not letting go, but Peterson just so strong, able to get to stay upright and get that ball off.
So 2nd and 10, Peterson drops, steps up, throws, complete to the tight end, a first down to the Cardinal 28-yard line.
And give credit to the offensive line for the Bengals, just doing a great job of keeping the pressure off Peterson.
Lawrence Jackson on the reception.
There you see, look at that, all night long to pass, and a good job of finding his tight end across the middle, but not before Pakula brought him down, but they picked up a first down and they are marching.
Peterson on the keeper left side has a first down inside the 15.
Now they're taking control of this game, Joe.
And they are going no huddle to keep the Cardinals off balance.
And that's a smart plan by Coach Garrity.
Handoff goes to King, wrapped up.
John Lehman, I believe.
Immediately, he's got a yard maybe.
Nice sustained drive to open up the second half for the Bengals. They're looking to put some additional points on the board. Touchdown here would be tough. Defense getting pushed around here in the first half.
Second and 8 from the 12.
In the second half, sorry.
Quick throw right side, complete to Ty. Tripped up, and a flag coming in late. That's going to probably be an illegal block.
Yeah, it's definitely against the Bengals, whether it's an illegal block or if it was a hold. Is that the first penalty against the Bengals?
No.
It's a hold.
They had
second,
the
yeah, they did have
penalty,
that's
the
right.
face masking penalty on the long pass to Lau.
There's the infraction, but again, penalty-wise, they've been doing a good job of staying out of harm's way so far here tonight. First penalty that's really cost them a fair amount of yardage.
Ball out to the 21, so 2nd and 17. Peterson. Pressure from Dixon, spins away from it nicely. Rolling right, pumps, keeps it. And he's going to be taken down about the 16-yard line. So he's able to pick up about 5 yards after it looked like he was going to be nailed for a 6-yard loss.
You know, I realize he's a big guy, but Jordan Dixon has to make that play. He had him dead to rights. He needs to bring him down in that situation. That would have been a huge play for the defense if he was able to take Peterson down. And give credit to James Peterson. He's strong, and he was able to get away from him and turn a negative into a positive.
3rd and 12. The Bengals just 0 for 2 on 3rd down in the first half.
Look at
Peterson,
the protection.
Wow, all day. Now chased. Now way back. Now throws. And throws it way out of the bounds, out beyond the end zone by a long ways.
Now this will be an interesting thing. I think they're going to kick another field goal here, and they are. They're bringing the field goal unit on, and again a win for the defense because that only puts them down by 6 points if they convert. We're going to see here just James Peterson with what a great play to get away from trouble, and then he's going to toss it through to the end zone. And
Westdorf's last field goal from 35 yards on the near hash.
That's his longest of the year, 35.
This one from 32. Bengals trying to get points from their opening drive here in the second half, and it looks good. It is no good.
Well, you talk about dodging a bullet.
Wow, it looked good from here.
You dodge a bullet. Now offensively, Joe, you have to come back and take charge. Your defense came through and they missed the field goal, and no points on the board for the Bengals, so the lead remains at 3.
Well, and you talked about how big those penalties can be. That was a big one for Blaine. Instead of having 3rd and 7, maybe 3rd and 6 from the 10, they had all of a sudden 2nd and 17 and then 3rd and 12 from the 16. So the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. Just under 8 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. They trail by 3.
Antonio Ford starting at halfback for the Cardinals here.
Lau will get the carry around the right side. Good read, and he's going to be stopped for no gain. And I have no 45 on my roster. Ackerman on the tackle, nice read.
Yeah, good job at attempt at a stiff arm from Lau, but a lot of blue jerseys there, and Cardinals left scratching their head, no gain.
So 2nd and 10. Townsend rolling left, looking, now coming back right, in a lot of trouble, and he's sacked by 3 different blue jerseys.
Now give credit to the defense for the Bengals defensive backs, keeping the receivers in check, not allowing Blair Townsend to find and spot an open receiver. And that time, just too much pressure for Blair to get away. Now they're 3rd and long, tough situation because you're down close to your goal line. Look at all that blue jersey. Those blue jerseys just make sure Townsend wasn't going to gain anything.
3rd and 14.
You know, they're keeping, I think what they're having to do is keep an extra tight end just for blocking purposes, allowing just 2 receivers on the outside.
Counterplay to Antonio Ford. Found a gap, tripped up, first down across the 30.
Well, that's what Antonio Ford gives you. You know, granted, he's just a freshman. He hasn't seen that kind of action that some of these players have seen, but he's been able to. The fact that the Cardinals have run up the score in so many games, had a lot of opportunity, and he's very deceptive, very good field vision, and he's just a
huge 3rd down conversion right there. 3rd and 14, and Ford goes 15 yards to get him the first down at the 31. Fakes the give to Ford. Townsend on the keeper. Left side, gain of 2, maybe 3. Going to give him to the 34, so it'll set up 2nd and 7.
Well, you know, Joe, you need a 3rd and long run by Antonio Ford to pick up a first down. Not the offense we've seen the last couple of weeks, just not able to get in a rhythm for the most part. And I think it really comes to protection up front. Blaine doing a great job of putting pressure on Blair Townsend, taking him out of his game.
Townsend under center. Sends Lau in motion, fake the give to him. Ford off the left side, dives across the 35 to the 37. It'll bring up another 3rd and 5.
Antonio Ford, not the biggest of running backs, but very quick, and all he needs is a little bit of a hole to get through. And he's got some good speed, and we saw by that big 3rd down run that he had earlier. But now 3rd and 5 situation, they're going to bring in the additional receivers. Both Ford and Harper coming out of the lineup for the Cardinals.
The Cardinals will spread him out.
Watch for number 12.
He's lined up in the slot on the right side. Townsend drops back, looks right, throws complete to Jacob. He's got the first down. Good job of finding the marker, setting up, giving his quarterback a good target to throw for, and then making the catch and just holding his ground.
And that moves the chains for the Cardinals, looking to sustain the drive here on this sequence. There's the throw outside to Jacobs, and as you mentioned, good field awareness, know where he had to be to move the chains.
They'll stay with the empty backfield. Trips on the left. Lau and Eitenauer, the receivers on the right. Townsend keeping it all the way. Out across the 45 to the 46, a gain of close to 5.
Well, he saw that hole, but it did close fairly quickly.
Second and 6. Throw goes to Zimmel, first down, and out about the 47-yard line of Blaine.
Yeah, and they're getting yardage in relatively small chunks, but big enough to pick up the first down. You know, they're really, the defense for the Bengals are really keeping them out of that quick strike offense for the most part. That one long pass to Jacobs pretty much has been it. Nonetheless, Cardinals doing a good job of moving up the field.
Another first down.
There's
5 catches, but all short. His longest catch so far, 11 yards. Townsend pumps, now throws, looking for Lau. Incomplete. Coach John Young was on the sidelines screaming and jumping up and down. I'm not sure about what, but
I don't know if he was trying to call a timeout or if he saw something. They were trying to get a signal into him on a play. I'm sure Blair will find out what he was talking about and what to look for as this game continues to go forward. There you see a 3:38 remaining in the third quarter. Blaine holding on a slim 3-point lead.
fake the give to Lau. Townsend running on the right. First down inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
Well, what looked like Blair was a little bit hesitant in that first half when he ran, especially in the first quarter. Not so the case here in the second half. He's being very decisive on what he wants to do with the football, and he's not he's just going to immediately take off and find that nice hole and advance for the first down.
14-yard gain. Another first down. Lau in motion again. Again the fake, and Townsend looking for room on the left side. And not a lot there. He's got maybe a yard. And you heard Coach Young talk about it before we started the second half. Not getting what they want on first downs and second downs, and they end up in those third and long situations. They don't want to be in those situations.
Well, it's a lot easier to run your offense when you're 2nd and 4 versus 2nd and 9.
Which is where they are now. Townsend under center. Lau goes in motion to the left. Fake the give to Ford, rolling out. Townsend has time, throws over the middle, nearly picked off. Toby Saporu with a great read, and that closing speed nearly took that one away.
And he's hurt now. I thought he was hurt. He's come quick to get back up. That should have been an interception. That pass, good job by Sapporo. He had, Blair Townsend did have Zimmel, but that ball looked a little short. There are 3 blue jerseys up there.
Well, he fed it through him. He just didn't count on the quickness of number 3. And now a 3rd and long situation.
Now this is a situation where I believe is going to be 4-down territory.
Townsend steps up, looks right, now left, in trouble, breaks away from it. And he's down at the 25-yard line. He's able to pick up about 8.
He's fortunate he stepped up when he did, because there is a defender right there on his backside. He's able to pick up some good yardage, and now it's 4th and about 2. $14 carries, 57 yards, 4 first downs on carries for Blair Townsend so far this evening. Big 4th down, Joe Young.
4th and 2. The Cardinals will spread him out again. Shovel pass goes.
I think he has it.
To Lau, but
I think he has it.
If so, not by much. Good read by the Bengal defense.
He has it. Needed 3, picked up 4.
Needed 2, picked up 3 anyway. Either way, it's a conversion and a first down at the Bengal 22. Townsend on the keeper. Inside the 20, gain of 3. Make it a gain of 2, 2nd and 8 at the 20.
Harper and Ford coming back into the action for Coon Rapids.
Play action. Townsend steps up, throws, complete to Lau. Great catch. He's got a first down inside the 5, still fighting.
I can't believe they don't blow the whistle.
He'll have the 2. Wow, that was a great catch.
That was a great catch
by Evan Lau.
But stepping up in the pocket
and threading the needle.
Yeah, but stepping up in the pocket is really what allowed him to get that extra time. Watch again. He's just going to step up and then thread the needle, as you said, Joe, to Evan Lau. And I mean, you need to blow the whistle there. It took a while for the refs to blow the whistle on that.
And I would be surprised if the Cardinals.
They're not. No.
Well, maybe one more play here in the third quarter. We're under 10 seconds. Joe Novak and Tom Egan in front of Oakley in the backfield, and they'll let the time expire. So, wow, we've seen 2 drives here in the third quarter, 2 very quick strike offenses, or can be quick strike offenses. We saw Blaine march down, miss a field goal. Now Cardinals on the march. They have the ball when we start the fourth quarter, trailing by 3, but they have the ball at the Bengal 3. You're watching the section championship on CTN.
I'm handsome. Fact: fine arts activities can increase a student's self-esteem. A message from the Minnesota State High School League.
Little did these young men know that the biggest Halloween night of their of their youth, really, would be all about football. But it's section championship time. One of these teams on their way to the Minnesota State tournament. The Cardinals have the ball, first and goal from the Bengal 3. Blaine up by 3 at 17-14. Power package in the backfield. Oakley is the deep back. Quarterback option, running right. Townsend dives, touchdown.
Nice job. Got to the pylon, got the score, and the Cardinals are going to take the lead. And Joe, this is a big extra point. It puts them up by 4. Watch Townsend come right at. Nice blocking outside. Then he's going to reach for it.
Diving for it and had just the toe in. Josh Robb in to attempt the extra point once we get an 11th man on the field for Coon Rapids.
He's 15 of 16 for extra point attempts here this evening, or this season.
Make it 16
he made
of
it.
17. That was not the prettiest one in the world, but
that was an adventure.
Got over there.
That was definitely an adventure.
So Coon Rapids in front 21-17 as we start this fourth quarter.
Look at the blocking. There's Egan and Novak doing a great job of clearing the outside, and then the great job of Blair Townsend able to stretch out and hit the pylon for the score. Jeremy Oakley also out there blocking on the outside.
And now a lot more excitement on the black sideline, the white sideline, temporarily, at least, silent.
The heavyweight fight. Some jabbing, some punching, then all of a sudden a quick score. We're 11:55 remaining in this game. The Cardinals with a 4-point lead, 21-17. Now the pressure goes back to the Cardinal defense to stop this aggressive and successful offense for the Bengals. Watch this kick. When I first saw it kicked, I didn't think it was going to go through, and it just kind of wobbled back and forth. But
then I didn't think it was going to have enough distance.
Yeah.
Saporu in to return the kick. He takes it from the 10, running towards his right. Hit, breaks a tackle, breaks another, cuts back. Finally swarmed to the ground at the 25.
You know, the team that wins this game has a little time to kind of recoup and heal up a little bit before they continue play. Scoring drive, 17 plays.
8 minutes.
Minutes off the clock, 3-yard run by Townsend, 80 yards.
And now Peterson, after the drive stalled and led to the missed field goal, he fakes the pitch, keeps it out across the 30 to the 33, a gain of about 6 or 7 yards.
It's just a great job of Peterson to fake the defense, looking like he was going to pitch, and allowed him to get the seam and pick up some good yardage. There you see it again. Nice fake. And a good tackle by Novak to bring him down, but nice yardage for James Peterson nonetheless.
This time the give goes to King right up the middle, and it goes nowhere. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Strong in the middle for the defense for Coon Rapids.
The Bengals have yet to convert a 3rd down. 0 for 3 this evening. Peterson rolling right, tucks it. He's going to run, broke a tackle, and he is going to be, I think he's got it.
I think he has it
Very
again.
close.
Missed tackles that you can't bring him, that they can't bring him down, led to that run for Peterson, and I think he's going to stretch the. They're going to call for a measurement. Yep. Wayzata 35, Champlain Park nothing. I figured that Wayzata would win. I really did, but I didn't think that they would dominate like that.
Wow.
I know Wayzata is an excellent team, but Champlain Park is as well. They must not have things going their way, obviously, tonight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I would have expected that to be a very good football game, very tight. I believe that's the first time that Champlain Park has given up that many points in one game.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure of it.
Needed 3, got 3. And a big 3rd down conversion for the Bengals. Keeps this drive alive now that they find themselves trailing in the 4th quarter.
Turnover from the defense would be huge.
Empty backfield for Peterson. Looks to his left, now throws, complete to Mike Ty over the middle. 1st down into Cardinal territory.
Again, James Peterson just able to stay in the pocket. Good protection up front, no pressure. Gets the quick throw to Ty, and they're able to move the chains again.
Handoff goes right side, and King swarmed immediately, gain of a yard. At least it's Halloween. Second and 9. And again, an empty backfield for Peterson. Looking left again, pumps. Thought about running. Now he does. Hit hard by Joe Castle. And no gain. He may have lost a yard.
I think he did lose a yard, and that was a huge hit. Looked to step up into the pocket. That time Joe Castle filled the gap and brought him to the turf. Watch again. Protection. He's going to step up, looking for a receiver. Good coverage, too. And big number 55 is going to take him to the turf. Big
had a couple of guys clutching at him in the backfield.
Big
and
third
so now
down.
3rd and 10. And a timeout from the Bengals sideline. They want to make sure everybody's on the same page because this is a big 3rd down.
Yeah, this is huge for both teams.
Especially when you just watch the other team's offense hold on to the ball for 8 minutes.
Yep.
Because in 8 minutes on that last drive. Who was it? We saw somebody, was it Elk River a couple years ago? There was an 11-minute drive that we did.
It could be. We've done so much football. It's tough to remember everyone, but I think
it was just last year, and I think it was. I want to say it was Elk River, but yeah, it was like 11 minutes and 30 seconds. It was almost an entire quarter.
You could probably find the record somewhere. I know you keep them all.
Yeah, it's a lot of digging.
It's a good project for you.
Which one of these is not a normal cheerleader?
It's kind of like finding Waldo in the middle of all that.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 10 for the Bengals. They now trail 21-17. Peterson looking to his right, throws complete to Russin. Hit and stop, but he's got the first down at the 32.
Again, protection. Peterson able to spot Russin, and that's just a nice play offensively for the Bengals. They called the timeout, they called it, and that was a nice play to convert. Look at nobody there, no white jersey there to pressure him, and he's able to spot Russin and move the chains.
16-yard gain. And now a very threatening Bengal defense. Peterson stepping up, now chased. He's dropped, he's going to lose a couple.
Good job by the Cardinal defense, the ability to stay at home and watch where Peterson was with the football, make him commit to the run, and then bring him to the turf. John Lehman on the play for Cardinals defensively.
Wow. That looks like a really good spot. He got back to the line of scrimmage, apparently. Looked to me like he lost at least 2. Either way, 2nd and 10. Peterson rolling left, fakes the pitch, keeps it. First down and more inside the 15.
Boy, you know, that play has worked all evening long. He has faked out the Cardinal defender and able just to take it up the middle, up the side himself. You got to force him to pitch that football. Great fake.
18-yard gain. His longest carry of the ball game. He's going to go the other way this time, tucking it immediately. Tackled as he crosses the 10, a gain of 4.
It's a battle out there, both sides of the ball. Cardinal defense taking a bruising a little bit on this drive.
5 yards, brings up 2nd and 5 from the 9. Peterson, Cardinals show blitz. Peterson looks to change things up at the line of scrimmage. Cardinals still show blitz. Fake the give to King. Peterson inside the 5, stopped just shy of the goal line. And that'll be 1st and goal after a gain of 8.
Another great job offensively up front for the line. And look at the blocking. He's got all huge hold all evening to run through. The Cardinals bring him down, but not before. He puts it 1st and goal.
And now the Bengals looking to go back in front. Peterson sneaks it.
I think it's short.
Touchdown.
Oh, maybe not.
And the home sideline has erupted in cheers again.
I'll give the Bengals offense credit. They did what they needed to do, and they came back and answered on that Coon Rapids scoring drive. Peterson pushing forward, taking the plunge. That second and third effort got him the touchdown. And the Bengals are an extra point kick away from going up by 3 again. Lots of time, 6:48 remaining.
Brendan Horning will kick it up and through, and it is 24-21 Blaine.
Well, Joe, you look at the fact that Cardinals with plenty of time and their offense able to They don't have the 8 minutes for the drive, but they have almost 7 minutes, depending on how much time takes on the kickoff for a drive. But if they can do what they did before and take the time off the clock, march down and score, you don't want to leave the Bengals with too much time, but they obviously have to continue to run their offense first.
Well, and the experience in these types of games certainly goes in Blaine's favor.
Yep.
They have played in a lot of close games, including last week against Andover in the semifinals. That game went to the final 15 seconds. And the Cardinals have been cruising on huge leads through the second half for the last 5 weeks.
Yes, they have. They haven't been in this situation in the last number of weeks. 12 plays, 74 yards, took 5:07 off the clock, 1-yard plunge by quarterback James Peterson for the score.
Westdorf will boot it away. A good kick. Snook will take it at the 10. Wall setting up on the right side, and another good job by the Blaine special teams to pretty much stop that wedge and make it ineffective. Snook's out to about the 26.
That'll be a 16-yard return. Not a bad return, but obviously would like some additional yardage on that play. But they set up from the 26 with 6:41 remaining in the ballgame, trailing by 3. Antonio Ford in the backfield for the Cardinals on this drive.
Townsend out of the shotgun. Ford, the man in the backfield with him. He'll take it on the counter play. And he stopped just shy of the 30, a gain of about 3.
Not a lot of room for Antonio Ford to run in there. You know, again, I think with the pressure, especially in that play, with the pressure, they bring that extra tight end in on the run. A roll-off and Eitenauer, I believe, into the game. Oh, just roll-off.
Oakley in the backfield now. On 2nd and 8. Townsend looking left. Pass batted twice. Great defensive effort by Dijon Starr.
Look at that one, Joe. Yeah, Eden Prairie 29, Hopkins 28.
Woo.
That's a good game. Big pressure there for Blaine, is able to knock the Townsend pass away and put it in 3rd and long.
And then batted it again and nearly got it to his own man.
That would have been huge. Big 3rd down for Coon Rapids, Joe. They need to keep this drive alive, and it's going to be tough at 3rd and 8 against this defense, the way that they're coming after Blair Townsend.
Townsend drops back, now rolls left, avoids the pressure. Throwing for Zimmel. Complete, 1st down inside the Bengal 35.
Wow, what a nice job to spot Zimmel. And the pass had to be there. There was a defender near him, but the pass was perfect. And the Cardinals do keep that drive alive thanks to the leg and then the throw from Blairtown. The legs there, you see him get away from pressure, and then the nice throw right there on the numbers. Finds his favorite receiver, spots it, keeps the drive alive.
38 yards from Townsend to Zimmel on that one.
That defense at the far across the field, just talking about how they need to play from this point forward.
Fumble. Lau able to get back on it.
Just couldn't get the handle on it. Unfortunately, Lau able to get back on it. Just a marginal loss, a couple of yards. You see it again. Just didn't have the handle on it. Those Mustangs ahead of the Raiders. Mounds View 15, Roseville 8 in the 4th quarter. Defensive ball game.
So 2nd and 12. Townsend with 3 receivers left, 1 up top on the right. Fakes to Townsend, back to Lau, hit immediately and dropped after a gain of about 3. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be another 3rd and long.
Elvin Washington, great play defensively. Number 21 coming across and bringing down Lau. That's the one thing that they're not getting is that they've, in the past number of games, they've been able to turn those into big gains. They haven't been getting those this evening.
Well, the Blaine defense a lot more disciplined than are the other clubs they've seen. Townsend back under center on 3rd and long.
Watch the pressure here.
Play action. Townsend rolls out, steps up, avoids some pressure, now throws. Looking for Zimmel, incomplete. Zimmel looking for a flag because Steven Schumacher had the coverage and was not looking for the ball.
And Blair Townsend took a big hit at the end of that play. He's slow to get up. They're going to see the pass. And yeah, I think that's a good defensive play.
Well, of course, Lau is going to argue it.
Absolutely. That was Zimmel, actually.
Zimmel, that's...
Blair,
and this could be the season right here.
15 of 23, 239 and a score. You're right, Joe. This is going to be the season right here.
4th and 10. Cardinals trail by 3.
I think
it's going to be either a false start or was it delay a game because all the whistles came out all at the same time.
Now this makes a difficult play that much more difficult.
And now it's from 4th and 10 to 4th and 15. Not a lot of plays in the playbook for 4th and 15.
That's what you call nerves getting to you a little bit on that preceding play.
Cardinals 1 of 2 on 4th down, but never one like this. Townsend, straight drop, has time, looks, now steps up. Flag, Townsend going to try and run it, and he's going to be stopped short. And the Bengals are going to decline that hold.
Yep,
and get the ball back.
It's definitely a hold. Yep.
And it is going to be declined, and the Bengals will take the ball back.
Penalties. Well, wouldn't have had the first down regardless, but we give credit to Blair Townsend for almost stretching that into a first down had there not been the hold. There's, I believe, the hold right there.
So the Bengals will come out with the 3-point lead, the ball at their 25-yard line. 3:42 to play in this championship contest. And the Cardinals need the ball back. Peterson out of the shotgun. Will keep it up the middle. And he's got a first down out across the 40 to the 41.
Well, you let your leader take control, and that's what James Peterson's doing here in the final few minutes of this ball game with the 3-point lead. Just keep the ball on the ground. The Cardinals have had no answer for James Peterson on the ground this evening. And give him credit. He's had a nice evening. 17 carries, 109 yards on the ground, 2 scores. That's huge.
He's got 7 rushing first downs out of Blaine's, 15? This one didn't go anywhere.
And the Bengals not in a hurry. They're going to let that time tick away, approaching the 3-minute mark remaining.
Yes, the clock definitely in their favor with that 3-point lead. Peterson running right. Cardinals close quickly. He's able to muscle his way out to about the 45. It'll bring up 3rd and long. The Cardinals will take a timeout.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes remaining. They call that timeout. I believe their first one of the second half. Each team having 2 remaining.
Blaine volleyball team playing the section championship tomorrow night. They were the #1 seed in that tournament as well. So a lot of excitement in the Blaine athletic department. As we mentioned a little bit earlier, both Cardinals cross country teams competing at the state tournament tomorrow.
That's correct.
And we'll have those highlights for you Monday on Sports Night, along with the highlights of this game. And 2.5 minutes remaining. Another crucial 3rd down for the Blaine Bengals. 3rd and 6 from their 45. Peterson running left. Hit. Broke a tackle. He's going to be short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and about 2.
I think they're going to go for it. I don't see the punting unit coming out. Cardinals call a timeout. Now they're about 2 yards away, and this would be a big call if they go for it. If they don't make it, that gives the Cardinals a great field position. I think you punt the ball and let your defense win the game for you and close it out.
I would. Their defense has been playing phenomenally. Better than we've seen any defense play against this Coon Rapids team all season.
Yep.
For sure. Much better than this defense played against the Cardinals during the regular season.
Yeah, I mean, if you punt it in this situation, granted, if you go for it on 4th down and you make it, then that's the game, I think. But if you punt it and give them a long field and let the defense do it, they still obviously trailing by 3. Jordan Dixon getting his shoulder checked out.
Well, it's tough to say whether this is the punting unit or the offense.
Well, Peterson's the punter.
But they certainly look like they're coming out in an offensive formation with 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Devin King in the backfield with James Peterson. And I would guess that James Peterson is going to carry.
I agree.
And that will back the Bengals up by 5. Talk about penalties. Now you're in a situation where you almost have to.
The center rocked. Actually, I thought at first they were going to call that on the Cardinals. Looked like, well, now you punt. Now you have to punt. And, you know, they line up in this formation all the time. Center flinched on that, and that's where they called the infraction.
So Peterson showing punt this time, and he will get off a pretty good line drive one. Oakley will run away from it, and it'll be down inside the 15 at about the 11. The Bengals will wait as long as they can. They're not even really going to touch it before the whistle blows. Cardinals will have 2 minutes, 16 seconds.
Yeah, and it's a long field to go. Yeah, you know, even if they had thought about it, obviously after that penalty, they knew they were going to have to punt it. Now you let your defense try and hold, because Cardinals with a long field and only 2:16 remaining.
Well, to be honest, we have not seen from the Cardinals on offense what they have done all season long, and really has become their game, which is throwing downfield. They have done very little throwing downfield.
It's because of the pressure that Blaine has been bringing.
Townsend drops back, looks over the middle, complete to Evan Lau out across the 15 to the 16, a gain of about 4.
And just the one. Well, time is obviously not on the side for Coon Rapids. They're limited with their timeouts, and there you just pick up a 4-yard gain, and you keep the clock moving.
Play action, Townsend in trouble, slipped, and is sacked back at the 7-yard line.
Now that could do it at this point.
It is 3rd and very long from very deep.
Yeah, this is, again, good pressure, good coverage downfield, not allowing Blair to see anything, but I think the pressure really took him away from the pocket, and at that point, there's no way he's going to get a pass off. Good job defensively for the Bengals. Dan Roble, the Bengal, on the spot to make the tackle. One of the writers in the Star and Tribune, I think it was John Millay, picked the Bengals to win 24-21.
He's looking sage-ish right now. Cardinals need a gigantic play, looking at 3rd and 15 from their own 7-yard line.
Yeah, I'd say gigantic. Yeah, if they can sneak somebody behind the defense, and the thing is giving Blair the time to set up and spot somebody, and that's what he's not had a lot of this evening. He's made his good throws by running out of the pocket, stepping up into the pocket, and then the pressure's been continuing to get to him. The Cardinals have their final timeout called here, so it's a tough situation. They've got a lot of room to go and very little time to do it in.
Townsend drops back, shovel pass goes to Oakley. And that did not get him much, out to about the 15. And it'll bring up 4th and 7. 4th and 7, 4th and 8. Townsend looking left, stepping up. He's dropped, and that is going to be the ball game.
The Bengal defense did their job. They pressured Blair Townsend. They did what they needed to do to eliminate the threat, and they did, and they will move on to play. I believe Eden Prairie won that game over Hopkins. I believe I heard that final score. So they have a tough one to open with, but they will play the Eden Prairie team, I believe, in a couple of weeks. I guess it's November 6th, I'm being told, at Griffith Stadium in St. Paul.
Bengals will come out and take a couple of knees and move on to the state tournament for the first time under head coach Shannon Garrity.
Give the Bengals credit. They did a great job of taking the Cardinals out of what they like to do offensively. And also, great job by this Bengal offense, especially James Peterson, to do what he needed to do, especially on that last drive to score, to take that lead.
Another knee, and that will do it. Time will expire before they need to snap the ball again. The Blaine Bengals are the Section 7 5A champions.
Now, and it was a great play game. It wasn't the best game of the season for Coon Rapids, and that, again, John Young talked about it at the break. They haven't been playing good football, and they played relatively all right in the second half, but not well enough to get the win.
Well, and they just, that the turnover led to 3.
Yep.
That's what they lost by.
Yep, absolutely.
And the Bengals just able to get as we talked about all night, big chunks of yardage almost every time they touched the ball. Saw third down very rarely. And their defense got to Coon Rapids and put more pressure on Blair Townsend than he'd seen, well, at least since last time they faced Blaine.
Absolutely, and they did what they needed to do to pressure him enough where he wasn't feeling comfortable. He didn't feel comfortable in the pocket. He wasn't able to set up a lot of times and throwing on the run, which he does very well at. But, again, this defense really marked receivers, covered receivers very well, not giving him opportunities to spot many downfield. And Cardinals season, which was a fine one, is now over, and their record will be 8-3 for the year. That's a great record, but, you know, your goal at the beginning of the season is to make it to the state, and they fell one game short.
Look at that. The Cardinals were in the lead at the end of the first quarter, 14-7. Two high-powered offenses slugging it out, and then, you know, defenses just took over a little bit.
Yep.
You look at that 10 points in the second quarter that came off of the fumble and the failed fourth down conversion by the Cardinals led to those 10 points.
There's the I'd say the MVP of this ball game,
Absolutely.
James Peterson.
Getting some well-deserved congratulations.
Yep.
He led his team to victory, and he did it in impressive fashion.
Yes, he did.
We'll take a short break. We'll be back and wrap things up from Bengal Stadium right after this.
Get a job.
Look, it's a giraffe.
I don't see it.
The less art kids get, the more it shows. Are yours getting enough? Art. Ask for more. AmericansForTheArts.org.
Back at Bengal Stadium, the Blaine Bengals hold serve as the top seed in the Section 7 tournament and win a tight one, 24-21 over the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Zach Nienaber is down on the sidelines with Cardinal head coach John Young. Zach? I guess Howie Shapiro pulled a trick on Halloween.
A Halloween trick or treat.
Well, certainly the Cardinals feeling tricked on Halloween, and a great treat for the Bengals football team. Celebrating a championship they haven't seen in quite some time. Is it 98? 97, 98?
Yeah.
Last time that Nelson took the team to the state tournament all the way to the championship game. And a big test ahead of the Section 7 champions. As we talked about, they'll face perennial powerhouse and perennial favorite Eden Prairie.
Providing they hold on, and they should. They were down by 8.
They're up by 8.
Up by 8. They were Hopkins. I meant was down by 8. And they've got a great quarterback, and they've got the ability to come back. But I think, I think Eden Prairie. 7 minutes, you just don't know. You can't. It's tough to predict at this point. Either way, they will play a team that's going to be a very formidable foe.
And a nice moment for head coach Shannon Garrity, his first trip to the state tournament.
Great football game against a great football team. What I like about you is how you keep coming and you keep coming and you keep coming. So we're doggone proud of you. You brought it home. That's awesome. Guys, we got to do a couple things now. Remember, our rule around here is you're king for about 12 hours, 12 minutes, whatever it is. We got to get back to work. So it's going to be a little bit.
Take a look at some of the highlights in the second half. And the Cardinals, a very long drive, 8 minutes, dove in and got the lead back on the touchdown for Blair Townsend. But the Bengals came right back, and their quarterback did some damage with his feet. Marched him down and took it in from the 1. And that was all the scoring in the second half. Cardinals going for it on 4th and long, and Townsend swarmed by the pressure he was under all night long.
Well, the number's about as even as this game for the most part. 363 total for Coon Rapids, 344 for the Bengals. Bengals did a good job running the ball in the second half, and there you see the score final. The Bengals 24 and the Cardinals 21.
And the big 1-0 in the turnover battle.
Well,
and that's the difference in the ball game. It led to 3 points, and that is the margin of victory for the Bengals.
85% of the time when you win the turnover battle, you win the game. There you see the Cardinals, and what you don't see is that one turnover on downs. And I know Coach John Young considers it a turnover, so you could actually say that was 2 because both of those instances led to points. 10 points.
All in the second quarter?
Yep.
And turn this ball game around. Each team scores once in the second half. And the Bengals take the title. The Cardinals' season comes to an end.
Yeah, and it was a great season, and there are a lot of expectations for this team, and they got obviously to the championship game. They played well. These two teams really didn't face the level of competition, especially the last few games. Andover was a pretty decent team, but certainly not to the level of Coon Rapids. But neither one of these teams really played to the kind of competition that they came up against here this evening.
And I think a big factor too towards the end of that game is that Blaine had had played in close games. Just last week, Coon Rapids hadn't seen a close game since the last time they were here.
I know Zach Nienaber's on the field looking to see if we can possibly get somebody to talk to here.
Down there trying to get a hold of Bengal head coach Shannon Garrity, who's having his ear bent by our friend from
the Star Trib.
The Star Tribune. Can we just take a break then?
There's a look at the Cardinals. Dejected, no doubt. They had a successful season. I think we're going to get, I think Zach does have James Peterson.
He does, and let's go down to him, Zach.
I'm here with quarterback James Peterson. James, you guys are heading to state. How does it feel?
Oh, amazing. And we haven't been there for a while, and it's just great to get back. I mean, and we have a great team, so it feels great to finally, pull it off.
Talk a little bit about your drive there towards the end, the go-ahead score.
We knew we had to put the ball in the end zone, and we did whatever we could to do it, and that's all we had to do. I don't really know.
And are you looking forward to the matchup now with Eden Prairie?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We plan on ending their winning streak. They're a great team, but we know we can beat them, and we're a great team too.
All right, nice game tonight. We'll send it back up to Howie and Joe to finish things off for the night.
Well, thank you, Zach, and congratulations to James Peterson and the rest of the Blaine football team. You are the champions of Section 7 5A for the year 2008. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score from Bengal Stadium, Blaine 24, Coon Rapids 21. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying good night.